Hello everybody, my name's Lise. Welcome now everybody to His Dark Material Season 2 review. Now, His Dark Material Season 2 starts right after Season 1. Lyra, after the death of Roger, her best friend, is grieving him. She goes to this world, which is the world of Sidagazi. Sidagazi in this city, in this world, is the bridge between Lyra's world and Will's world. Will is going to be the future keeper of the sickle knife. The sickle knife? What's the sickle knife is about? Well, the sickle knife and the keeper of the sickle knife can open a gateway to worlds. And it could kill anything that's immortal. It's the ultimate weapon, it's the ultimate tool. And he's the keeper. And they have both destinies with each other. During this time, Lyra tries to find out what dust is and what's the ultimate end game. She's trying to figure out this journey with her new friend, Will. And I gotta say this, I enjoy the actors' chemistry with each other, but the thing is though, I feel like this show, and this is a problem in general with the show, that they rush relationships way too quickly. Friendships way too quickly. Will, it's understandable why he finds Lyra as a best friend, because he had a lot of friends. Lyra, I can understand she gets, I can understand she could get the friendship with Will, but I think it will take a while. And how it is with this show, it's just, it just feels like it's a rush job with Lyra and Will's relationship. Not just with Lyra and Will, it's just a rush job with the story. Lord Astral, played by James McAvoy, basically has a cameo. What is his journey throughout the season? He's building up an army to take down the Magisterium. That's his big goal. It's just another, the evil ultimate thing. The evil corporation is trying to control us, and we must start a revolution and to fight back and win and save the day. It's one of these storylines, and I don't mind it. It's just, again, we don't see Lord Astral basically getting all these forming alliances and all stuff, because again, they don't have the time for it. And again, Lord Astral's not the character, but I really would like to see him building alliances, building up an army. Show more a little bit of James McAvoy. I don't know. Then again, I believe the show should have been on for 4 years, but apparently they're going to cancel in season 3, and that's going to feel like a rush job indeed. But going back to season 2, Lord Astral, what he's doing, he's trying to build up an army to take down the Magisterium. The Magisterium in this one, I gotta say this, they don't feel like a threat. This is the main problem I have with the Magisterium. They don't feel like a threat. The leader of the Magisterium is killed off in the first episode because of the witch. The witches are, the second episode. The first and second episode, I don't really remember. It's just the fact is, the witches are so indestructible, and how they are losing the war against the Magisterium, I will never know. I'll never understand how they get captured. I'll never understand it. I guess we just have to take everything at face value. But for me, as a viewer, I'd like to see every single detail, every single second. And make me feel like the Magisterium are a threat, other than this, they're an evil organization, and they're really good at torture. Where's the threat with them? I never feel like the Magisterium are a threat. Lord Astral needs to build up an army just to take them out? I'm sorry. The Magisterium don't feel like the threat. The witches just feel overly powered. How they're losing this war, I don't know. The witches are at war with the Magisterium in this season. They try to find Lyra, try to protect her because she is a prophecy and she's the only thing that matters. Now, Lyra, during this time, is also learning dust with Will, and Will's basically destiny of being the future keeper of the key. There is some great storytelling here. I really do enjoy Will's as a character. I like his growth from season 1. I really do Lyra's character a bit more in season 2. I really do enjoy her character. The problem is, though, there is these two characters, Colonel John Perry, who is Will's father, who is trying to reunite with Will at all costs. He's not trying to reunite with Will, but he's trying to meet the keeper of the sickle knife for some reason. But when he finds out it is his own son, it's just, I love you, son. I'm sorry for leaving you and all that stuff. It just gives him another prep talk, and it's more of the father love stuff that we're going to get. But his ultimate goal for his son is to basically team up with Lord Astral. Whoop-de-doo. We get so much screen time with this character, and they kill him off. Well, I'm supposed to, the guy from Sherlock Holmes is wasted. This character was, to me, pointless. You just might as well have him dead, because there was no point for his character. You could have had any other random character to tell him, you gotta help Lord Astral, you gotta help the Keeper, or you gotta help Lyra. Every character says that. The witches were saying that. I'm sorry, I'm just not a fan of what this character was. And speaking of characters that were wasted, Lee Scorsby. I never read the book, so I don't know. Lee Scorsby's death is pointless. His entire point was to get Will's father to Will. And they both die. Lee Scorsby is killed off before he could see Lyra again. They don't reunite. I don't know if they do some, like, ghost stuff. I don't know if there's an alternate Lee Scoresby in another world. I don't know. The only thing I know, they make these characters... His death was pointless to me. His character... And I'm going to say this. I like Will. I mean, I like Lee Scoresby, and I like him and Lyra's relationship. But the problem is, though, they kind of rushed it again. It's just... I barely have any connection to these characters with the relationship to another, because it's just, we don't get to see it. Again, this just feels like a rushed it's just a rushed time. It's just a rushed time that we're just going through. It's just, there's no time to make things grow and mature. Relationships between other characters, the story feels like, oh, the witches are fighting against the Magisterium. The witches are losing for some odd reason, but we're not showing it. And I know I'm complaining about the season, but there's a lot of stuff I'm just not liking about this season. I like that it was not as predictable as season 1, and I do enjoy the better episodes of season 2 to season 1. But a lot of what they did with the characters, with 2 characters dying, with, here's one thing, Marissa, she's in this season, and her entire thing is to help the Magisterium. After the lead Magisterium is killed off, she helps a new guy get into power. She goes through the gateway to find Lyra, her daughter, and she's in the city. And before, I know I jumped something, but there's in the city of Sidagazi, the bridge world between Lyra and Will's world. There's this thing called Specters. Specters basically feed off people who don't have, like, feed off adults. Anything that's going through pure, like, anything, like, when they come to the proper age, they suck the life out of them. And they become, like, comatose, zombified. And in this world, the Specters, they go after all humans. Marissa is able to close off her mind so she cannot be killed by them. I'm like, okay, I'll accept that. But she's able to control them at the end. So is that their master? I'm like, how is she able to control them so quickly? But no. That's a rush thing as well. It just didn't make no sense. And another character I could not stand, Lord Carlo. This character was portrayed as so intelligent, so ruthless. I thought he would have a fabulous cat and mouse game with Marissa and trying to control her and but how he's portrayed or how he's written is just, he's so smitten over her that he's just so stupid. How does he not see Marissa, the woman that he's been, who's been with him in the Magisterium all these years? He doesn't understand how ruthless she could be, how manipulative she could be, and how she would do anything in her power. I mean, the fact is that he dies by her hand. I wouldn't mind it, but he was so written as an intelligent character at the beginning of the season. And then he just withers away to nothing because she controlled everything about him. I wouldn't mind if he liked her in a way and he wanted to control her. But I would prefer a cat and mouse game. But then again, those things take time. And with 7 episodes, you can't really make a lot of time to develop schemes and everything. I like stuff that takes its time to mature its story, to mature its relationship with the characters. But everything just feels rushed. And I guarantee you, if season 3 is the finale and it's only 8 episodes... So, I don't know what they're going to do. I feel like everything's going to be a rushed job. I don't know the true ending for his Dark Materials. I never read the books. So, I gotta be honest with you. Season 2 to me was just... It was good. But this show hasn't piqued my interest in making it called it great. The production's amazing. The cinematography is amazing. The costume designs are awesome. The score is good. It's like a Harry Potter world But I feel like they are rushing the storyline of these characters. It's the best way I could describe it. Think of like Harry Potter 1 through 8, and it took 8 movies, like so many years to develop these characters and the relationships with are. But imagine they end the movies in 4 years. Will we have such a personal connection with Snape? Will we have a special relationship with Dobby and Harry? Albus Dumbledore and Harry? Hermione and Ron? Not really. And I think his Dark Materials, to me, needed more episodes to develop their entire show more. I think they needed more. Yeah, I guess you're doing by the source material. Again, I never read the books, but I'm a little bit frustrated with the show because I see such great potential. I see this show could be great, amazing, an A show. But how I feel like it's just being rushed, how certain things are just inconceivable. Like, how is the Magisterium of Dread against these witches who could teleport everywhere? I don't see how the Magisterium is the big threat. Why does Lord Astral need an army to take down Magisterium? The Magisterium seems like the weakest characters alive. Lord Carlo, what they did with his character, Will's father, Lee Scorsby. I'm just frustrated with this show. I feel like I don't find this season bad. It's just this season, overall, season 2, I will give it the same grade as season 1, an 8.6 out of 10. It's a solid B. It's a good show. But the problem is, though, I'm not enjoying it as much as I would like. It's just so frustrating to me. So, yeah, everybody, what y'all think of his Dark Materials season 2? You think this was a good season of his Dark Materials? You think this is better than season 1? Think this is weaker? What's your personal opinion about the death of Carlo, Will's father, Lee Scorsby? What y'all think about this? To me, it's just a rushed moment. Like, you're just doing it just to get over it for the next step, but you're not taking your time. I feel like this show deserves 5-6 seasons worth just to develop the characters. But I don't know. I honestly don't know how I feel about it. Well, I know how I feel about the show. It's frustrating how I feel about it. I feel like this show could be a show, but to me, it's just good. It's just a good time, but this is not one I will cherish and love forever of all the TV shows I've watched. So, his Dark Materials season 2, a B season, but again, like the entire show, it's, to me, very rushed, predictable, and disappointing. But that's my personal opinion, everybody. Please let me know what y'all think of his Dark Materials season 2. My name's Jalise. For everybody. Bye.